Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Daze and welcome to another Mattel action figure video. We're going to have a look at custom championship belts. Obviously Daniel Bryan has just revealed his eco-friendly WWE Championship, but other superstars have made their own custom championships. There's even been titles that have been unsanctioned. That means that the superstars made them, carried them, but WWE did not recognize them as legit championships. A good example of that would be Zack Ryder's Internet Championship. There was an Internet Championship, but WWE didn't want anything to do with it. Amazingly though, we did get that as a belt with a Mattel figure. Here you can see, look, that Internet Championship with the Zack Ryder figure. It's one of my favourite belts. It's the only time they've released that title. It's the only time they will release that title. So I thought what we would do is we could have a look at all of the custom and unsanctioned titles that Mattel have made, and then we could have a look at a list of titles that they could make. Let's start, shall we, at the ones they could make. So let's start with this Tommy Dreamer Hardcore Championship. It's basically a New York car license plate that's been attached to, I believe, a European Championship. How crazy is that? So Tommy Dreamer with that version of the Hardcore title would be amazing. Next up, obviously, Daniel Bryan. The new Daniel Bryan with his eco-friendly WWE Championship. That is made of hemp, and it's also made out of wood. It's all reusable materials. Hopefully Mattel do give us that version of the WWE Championship at some point. Next up, King Mabel actually went and got a King of the Ring belt made. Now, WWE didn't recognize this, but that doesn't mean that Mattel can't make it if they can get the rights for it. How awesome would that be? There is a King Mabel on the way. No sign of this championship belt though, unfortunately, so doesn't look like we're gonna get it, but it would be awesome if we did. Next up, and I'm amazed that we've never had this, The Rock's Brahma Bull Championship. So this was made especially for The Rock, and apparently it was going to be used on TV, but it arrived too late. It got delayed in the mail, and as a result it was never actually used. But The Rock was going to use this as his version of the championship. How cool is that? So hopefully we do get that one day. Talking of days, how about this? Look, the New Day. This is, I don't know if this counts or not. It's a belt that has been specially made for the New Day. You can actually buy it on WWE Shop, and it's been made to honor the fact that they are the longest reigning tag team champions. Now, to my knowledge, they've never shown this on WWE TV, so I'm not sure if this counts or not, but still, it's a pretty cool looking belt, and you can buy it. There was only 483 made. I think that's because their reign was 483 days long. So yeah, might count, might not count, but I still love the look of the belt. Next, we got Andre the Giant with his Andre 87 belt. This was specially made for Andre. It was extra large. They had it made for the match at WrestleMania 3, Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant. If Andre won, then they said that the belt that Hogan had at the time, which was the Hogan 86. They said it just wasn't big enough. It wouldn't fit around Andre's waist. So they had a new championship made for Andre the Giant. And Andre never won that match. And so that title was never used. It was actually donated to Planet Hollywood, I believe. They ended up having it. Not sure where it is now. I think it's lost in a garage somewhere in some kind of storage unit, which is a real shame. But a great belt, and I would love that with an Andre the Giant figure. The other title, Taz. From ECW, he got frustrated at the fact that he didn't have title opportunity, so he went and made his own world championship called the FTW World Championship. Honourable mention for The Miz. He had the spinner belt and actually locked the WWE logo into place upside down so it looked like an M. It's not really a custom belt, but he did alter it so that it worked for him, so it was worth a mention. So those are all the custom championships, unsanctioned titles that Mattel could make in the future. But what have they made? Let's start with this. This is obviously the Naomi figure. I don't believe this has come out yet. I've been told it's meant to be coming out in Walgreens, and that has got her glow-in-the-dark championship belt. I did see on an episode of Total Divas, Naomi got in trouble for introducing this title. I don't know if she actually got permission to have a glow-in-the-dark championship. So it could have been storyline. I don't know if it's true or not, but very, very interesting. Next up, Zack Ryder. We already looked at it earlier, but worth mentioning again with that Internet Championship. John Cena with the spinner belt. Now, a lot of people don't know this was a custom belt for John Cena. It was introduced, I believe, by John Cena. He wanted to update the current design, so he went and updated it. He brought it in to fit in with his character. This was not going to be sticking around for as long as it did. The only reason it stayed as the main WWE Championship for so long, and the only reason that other superstars held this version of the championship, was because of how popular it was. I'm not sure many wrestling fans liked it, but they sold so many replicas. People loved the fact that the middle bit spun, and as well as that, you can imagine kids' belts. They made a fortune on this, and so as a result, it stuck around. But that doesn't take away from the fact that John Cena introduced it, and it was brought in for John Cena's character. It only stayed because of how popular it was. Another John Cena custom belt that you can get is the US spinner belt. Now, this one was a little bit different because when John Cena was US champion, he would use this, but if someone else was US champion, they would use the other US belt. So this one was a real custom belt, and only John Cena used it. It actually had John Cena's name on it, and you can get that. You have to get the prototype John Cena, the debut version of John Cena. Very cool that Mattel did make that. Next, we got the $1 Million Man with the $1 Million Championship. A few people get a little confused by this belt. They think it was the WWE Championship. It never was. Basically, the $1 Million Man, frustrated at not getting the World Heavyweight Championship, at not getting that WWE Championship, went out and made his own, and apparently it cost $1 million. It didn't, although it still was very expensive to make. I think it was like $200,000 or something like that, so still a lot of money. And he went out and he made this. So obviously we saw it with Virgil, we saw it with Ringmaster, Ted DiBiase. His son would have it in the future, but it's the $1 Million Man's belt. Next, we got Edge with the Rated R belt. This is basically the spinner belt that's just been customized a little more for Edge, the Rated R Superstar. And you can get this version of the title. I think it was in the 5 belt pack that was like a Ringside Collectibles exclusive as well. So very, very cool. Very hard to find that Edge figure though, but as we said, you can get that 5 belt pack instead. Then we've got Stone Cold Steve Austin with the Smoking Skull Championship. This was Stone Cold's belt that was made for him when he was WWE Champion. Didn't see it that much, to be honest, but it is so iconic. The fact that he had his own WWE Championship custom belt. Very, very cool. You can get that with the Defining Moments Stone Cold Steve Austin figure. Yeah, absolutely awesome. And then the final one, and again, I'm not sure if this counts or not, but I've included it anyway. The NWO version of the World Heavyweight Championship. It's basically the World Heavyweight Championship with NWO spray painted on top. The reason I included it is because you can get this with the Kevin Nash figure. It's come with a few figures actually, like Kevin Nash figures. But yeah, I would say it's a custom, certainly from a figure point of view, because you have to get those certain figures to get this version of it. In real life, it was just the World Heavyweight Championship with a bit of spray paint on it, but still interesting, so worth a mention. I hope that made sense. That was everything I could find. Let me know if I've missed anything. There's certainly other championships that you can include. I'm thinking like Le Cool, when they were the women's champion, they actually cut it in half. So we could have spoke about that. There's loads we could have spoke about, but I think these are the big ones. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. Hit the subscribe if you haven't already. And hopefully, I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.